Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wildcat Football on the Wildcat Sports YouTube page. I'm David Warrington, and I'm coming to you live from the Dittmer Sports Complex at Elkader City Park for tonight's varsity football matchup between the host Central Elkader Warriors and your Central City Wildcats. And before we get started tonight, I'd like to take this opportunity to give a shout out to our sponsor, Next Bank. Each person and family has unique financial needs. That's why we offer a variety of personal banking and lending products. We offer everything you need for your personal financial success, from checking and savings accounts to loans and online services. Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. What was going to be our regular season finale before the Wildcats added an additional game to the end of the schedule. That'll be next Thursday at 6 o'clock in Central City. But right now, here in Elkader to take on the Warriors for this final Friday night game of the year. Taking a preview at both teams, first for the Wildcats, Central City enters tonight's game with a record of 1-6 on the year. Last week, they picked up their first win of the season in dominant fashion, taking down the Calamus-Wheatland Warriors 84-34. The starting quarterback for the Wildcats is Jaden Hansen. So far this year, the sophomore has completed 14 of his 46 passes for 378 yards with 7 touchdowns and 1 interception. Another sophomore, Aiden Klosterman, is the team leader in rushing. On the year, he's ran the ball 122 times for 694 yards and 11 touchdowns. Klosterman was dominant on the ground last week, carrying the ball 7 times for 206 yards and 4 touchdowns, averaging a ridiculous 26.4 yards per carry. Braden Rickles, the team leader in receiving this season. He's caught 5 passes for 233 yards, and all 5 have gone for touchdowns. Rickles caught 3 passes last week, all of which he brought in for scores. Klosterman also leads the Wildcats in tackles with 36, including half for loss and half a sack. Just half a tackle behind Klosterman is Luke Birds. The junior has 35.5 tackles on the year with 2.5 for loss and 1.5 sacks. Now taking a look at the Central Elkader Warriors, the Wildcats' opponent here tonight. Elkader enters the game with a record of 2-5 on the year. They won 2 of their first 3, defeating Clarksville by 2 in their season opener before bouncing back from a loss to Easton Valley for a blowout win over Calamus-Wheatland. However, they are currently on a 4-game losing streak, most recently to Springville last week, 45-6. The starting quarterback for the Warriors is Elliott Kelly. The junior has completed 17 of his 59 passes for 207 yards with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Evan Schroeder is the leading rusher for the Warriors. He's carried the ball 117 times for 657 yards and 9 touchdowns. Kelly is second in rushing, compiling 128 yards on 55 carries with 3 touchdowns. Schroeder is also the leading receiver on the team. He's caught 16 passes for 175 yards and 2 touchdowns. Defensively, Kelly leads the Warriors in tackles by quite a wide margin. He has 61.5 with 8 for loss. Of those 61.5, 58 are solos, and that is the 4th most in all of 8-player. These two teams have faced each other 9 times since 2012. Elkader won the first 5, each by a wide margin, before Central City bounced back the last several years to win 4 in a row. There were 3 blowouts from 2017 through 2019, and last year the Wildcats won a thriller 62-60. Braden Rickles had the game-sealing interception for Central City a year ago. And I think we have a minute here before the national anthem. Might get interrupted, but we'll at least start taking a look at some scores from around the district last week. Oh, sounds like might be time for the anthem. Although, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick break here, and I'll be right back with you as soon as the anthem is over. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our anthem has been played. And we are just about 7.5 minutes away from kickoff here tonight between the Elkader Warriors and your Central City Wildcats. Now quickly, taking a look at games around the district a week ago. Of course, your Central City Wildcats took down the Calamus-Wheatland Warriors 84-34. Over in Springville, these Elkader Warriors here tonight lost to the Orioles 45-6. The Easton Valley Riverhawks took down the previously unbeaten in district play Edgewood-Colesburg Vikings 60-14. And Key took down Midland 48-20. So here are our updated district standings in 8-man District 5. In 8th place at 0-6 is Calamus-Wheatland. Tied for 6th at 1-5 are Central City and Central Elkader. In 5th place at 3-3 is Springville. Tied for 3rd at 4-2 are Edgewood, Colesburg, and Midland. And tied for 1st place at a perfect 6-0 are Easton Valley and Key. Other than our game here tonight in Elkader between the Warriors and your Central City Wildcats, the 3 other games around the district. The Springville Orioles are traveling to Wyoming to take on the Calamus-Wheatland Warriors in their temporary home in Midland. Also, a couple biggies here in 8-man District 5. Midland will be in Edgewood taking on the Edgewood-Colesburg Vikings in what is essentially a postseason game for those two sides. They're currently tied for 3rd. Winner is automatically going to the postseason. Loser has to try to get one of the 2 at-large spots for all 10 districts. So the loser of that one is going to have a really hard time getting into the playoffs. Basically a postseason game over there in Edgewood. And then the one everybody's been looking forward to over in Lansing, Key is hosting Easton Valley tonight, a battle of the unbeatens. They're both 6-0 in the district, 7-0 overall. Somebody is going to lose their first game of the year tonight. The only thing to remember about that is both teams are automatically into the postseason, but they're just playing for the perfect record in the district championship tonight, but still a big game over there in Lansing. So some huge games tonight, as currently both teams are taking midfield for the coin toss. Captains for the Wildcats, the senior quartet of Tristan Diedeker, Wade Yoder, Troy Curtis, and Bob Bechtold. Senior captains for the Elkader Warriors are going to be Evan Schroeder, Elliot Kelly, Sean Wilwert, Brandon Whittle, as looks like so the Wildcats won the toss, and then deferred, and Elkader is going to receive. Elkader will work left to right and defend the end zone to my left. Wildcats will work right to left and defend the end zone to my right. As the other of the 5 captains for the Warriors is William Moser. As the Wildcats and Warriors both head back over to their sidelines. 4.5 minutes on the clock until kickoff. But I'm not sure we're actually going to wait that long, as everything seems ready to go. Wildcats on the far side of the field wearing their white home uniforms with black numerals and red trim. They've got their black pants with white and red trim, as well as their red helmets with the black scratch logo. As Wildcats take the field, looks like we're going to get things started a little bit early here tonight, as kickoff team for the Wildcats already made their way out onto the field with 4 minutes left on the clock. And they're now going to set the clock to 12 minutes and just waiting for the Elkader team to take the field. Elkader's wearing all black tonight. They've got their black home jerseys with red, white, and black camouflage on the shoulders and the numerals. There's also white trim on those, and they've got their black pants with white trim as well as red helmets with a black and white logo. Elkader now takes the field to begin tonight's ball game. They're going to have Evan Schroeder and Nate Shearbraun back deep to return the kick. They've got 4 players at midfield, 2 at the 30 and 2 back deep at the 10. Ball is on the tee as the kickoff team for the Wildcats breaks the huddle. Braden Rickles and Connor Clark, again, the 2 going back to potentially send it away for the Wildcats. We'll see who actually does kick it here momentarily, as we've got 12 minutes on the clock. We're set for football here from Elkader. As Rickles and Clark take their approach, it's going to be Clark. Onside kick, squibber on the ground, it's still loose. Wildcats are going to get the first possession of the night. Luke Birds, he's done it all year. He does it again to start tonight's game. Hustles down there to recover the kick. Wildcats will get it first at the 39-yard line across midfield in Warrior territory. Most teams go in a hands team against the Wildcats, but Elkader did not. They had 4 right at midfield, another 2 10 yards back, and another 2 back all the way back at the 10. It came back to bite them as the Wildcats get the onside kick, and they're going to start the game with possession of the ball. They're in the I formation. Jaden Hansen under center. It's going to be a pitch out to Klosterman. Now he's going to throw. Pressure in his face. Trying to get out of there. Crosses midfield, and he's going to get a couple yards on the play. as there was a bunch of black jerseys there in his face right away, but he still managed to pick up a couple yards. Brought it up to the 37-yard line. Correction, 38. Looks like it's going to be 2nd down and 8 for Central City. Or 2nd down and 9, rather. Gain of 1 there on 1st down. As now they're going to split Lucas Greif out to the left. Klosterman and Hansen both back there to take the snap. Greif comes in motion to the right. It's going to go to Klosterman. He'll keep it himself after faking the handoff. He's got a little bit of room. He's past the 1st down. He's going to be taken down a little bit shy of the 25-yard line by Evan Schrader. And that moves the chains. Wildcats will have a 1st down inside the 30 up to the Warrior 27-yard line after the nice run there by Aiden Klosterman. Give him a gain of 11 on the carry. That'll be 1st down and 10. Wildcats split 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Hansen's going to be by himself in the shotgun, standing at the 32. He takes a shotgun snap. He's going to drop back in the pocket. Now he's going to take off. He's got some room to go. He's got a 1st down and more. Still going past the 15. He's going to be dragged out of bounds just shy of the 10-yard line. As the draw play worked pretty well there for the Wildcats. Hansen had plenty of room to go. Looks like they're going to spot that at the 12-yard line. 1st down and 10, Central City. 12 yards away from the goal line. As they're going to split Luke Birds out to the left side of the field. Aiden Klosterman's in the shotgun. He takes a snap. It's a low one. He gets on it. And they're going to say his knee was down. He went down to a knee to pick up the snap. And they'll have to spot the ball back where his knee touched, which will be the 16-yard line. They're going to lose 4. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 14 on the low snap. Klosterman couldn't quite handle. Wildcats break their huddle here. 2nd and 14 from the 16. Klosterman and Hansen in the shotgun. Goes to Klosterman. He's going to keep it. Got a little bit of room. Breaks out of a tackle. Now was tripped up. A little bit shy of a 1st down. Not a bad run there. Gets him about the 7-yard line. And they're going to spot it, looks like, right at that 7-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 4 yards there. Correction's going to be 3rd down and 5 as they break the huddle. They're going to have Lucas Greif to the left, tight to the line of scrimmage. Hansen and Klosterman in the shotgun. Goes to Klosterman. He's going to take off. Some black jerseys in his face. Drags a couple of them for a short gain, but it will be shy of the 1st down. Of course, 4-down territory here for the Wildcats. Looks like he gained 2 there. It'll be up to the 5-yard line. We'll call that 4th and a long 2. As Wade Yoder is going to come into the game for Central City. Looks like Lucas Greif came out, so probably going with their bigger formation here. Wildcats break the huddle. And here we go, 4th down and 2. Big play early here in the game. Klosterman and Hansen back there to take the snap. It's going to go to Klosterman. He's got some room. Looks like he got the 1st down. Did he cross the goal line? He did. Touchdown Wildcats as Central City brings it across the goal line on 4th down. As they open the scoring here tonight, they lead at 6-0 after the Aiden Klosterman run, and they will get set to attempt the 2-point conversion. The huge play for both sides there on 4th and 2 early in this ball game, and Klosterman takes the ball, does what he needs to do, gets across the goal line, and the Wildcats lead at 6-0 with just under 9 minutes to go in the opening quarter of play. Wildcats take the field for the 2-point conversion. Klosterman's by himself in the shotgun. Lucas Greif split out to the left. Klosterman takes a snap. He's going to try to fight out of a tackle, but he's going to be taken down for a loss. 2-point conversion is going to be no good. And so with 8:59 remaining in the 1st quarter, our scores, Central City 6, Central Elkader 0. The Wildcat offense certainly wasn't perfect in that opening possession, but at the end of the day, they did what they needed to do. Brought it 39 yards down the field and scored a touchdown to take the early lead. And now they'll kick off again, their first kickoff, because of course, if you remember, the Wildcats won the toss. They deferred to the second half, and Elkader chose to receive. Wildcats went with the onside kick and recovered it. We'll see if they try that again, and we'll see if Elkader switches up the kick return formation. That does seem to be the case, as they're going to have 4 players at midfield again, but now they've got 2 at the 35 and 1 at the 30. Schrader is the one back deep at the 10, if it is a deep kick. Again, Clark and Braden Rickles getting set to send it away. Clark kicked the first one, and Luke Birds recovered it. They take their approach. It's going to be Rickles sending that one away. It's an onside kick, and the Warriors do manage to recover it. One of the Warriors players along the front line there managed to get on top of it. Looks like it might have been Maddox Eggleseder on the recovery. And so the Warriors will get their first possession of the night. Looks like they'll get the ball at their own 36-yard line, first down and 10 with 8:58 remaining in the first quarter. Wildcat defense on the field for the first time here tonight. They'll look to shut down the Elkader offense. Elkader comes up to the line. They're going to be in the I formation. Long wait on the snap. Now he takes it. It's going to be a fake handoff. He's going to throw. Gets rid of it. Ball in the air. It's going to be caught. No, incomplete. Schrader nearly made a nice one-handed grab. But it falls incomplete. Looks like they've got a new quarterback in there. Nick Deichler is the starter. Elliott Kelly's been the Elkader quarterback all year, but Nick Deichler was the one under center there. So incomplete there on first down. Bring up second down and 10. Ball still at their own 36. As the Warriors break the huddle. Still in the I formation. Deichler under center. Couple of backs behind him. Deichler takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Schrader. He's met, but he breaks a tackle. He's going to be taken down just past midfield. Broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage to get a modest gain there on second down. Bring up third down and pretty long. Looks like they're going to spot it right at midfield. And that'll be third down and 6. The Warriors need the 34 for a first down. Elkader breaks the huddle. Still in the I formation. There's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Schrader. Breaks out of a tackle. Makai Benton meets him, and he's going to drag him down, assisted by a couple of his teammates. Betzer and Hansen also got there. No gain in the play, and that's going to bring up fourth down and 6 for Central Elkader. They've got a decision here on fourth down at midfield. Probably going to go for it. Greif moseyed back a little bit, but looks like he's actually going to stay put now, waiting to see what they come out with. And the offense is still out there for the Warriors. They're going for it. 4th and 6 from midfield in the I formation. Waiting the snap. Deichler takes it. It's going to be a handoff to Schrader up the middle. He's going to be taken down short. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Luke Birds was in there on the stop, as was Jaden Hansen. Wildcats get the stop, and they will take over on downs. 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line, as the defense came up huge early in the game, and they turn him over. Evan Schrader's the leading rusher and receiver for the Warriors, but he couldn't do a whole lot on that possession, as the Wildcat defense, for the most part, shut him down. Central City 1st and 10 from their own 36. They're in the I formation. Hands under center. Yoder behind him. Betzer behind him. He takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Betzer. He makes a couple men miss. Now he's going to be brought down a couple yards shy of midfield. It looks like he might have gotten up to about the 38-yard line. So gain of 2 on the carry there from Arwen Betzer. And that'll bring up second down and 8. The ball just a couple yards shy of midfield. Hansen and Klosterman in the shotgun for the Wildcats. Lucas Greif split out left. It's going to go to Klosterman, but he hands it off to Greif on the other side. He's got some room to go. He's past the 30. He's still going to the 25, 20. He's going to be dragged down from behind, just shy of the 10-yard line. Smart play from the Wildcats there as Klosterman took the direct snap, started going to his left, but Greif motioning to the right, took the handoff, and there was quite a bit of green grass in front of him. He brought it all the way down to, looks like, the 12-yard line. And that's where the Wildcats will have it first down and 10. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the opening quarters. Greif's going to split out to the right. Again, we've got Hansen and Klosterman in the shotgun. It'll go to Hansen. Spins. Now he keeps it. He's got some room to go. He's close. He's going to be into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Jaden Hansen keeps his feet, breaks through a couple of tacklers. And the Wildcats extend their lead 12-0 early on in the first quarter as they'll get set to go for 2. Nice job there by Hansen to keep his feet, break through a couple of would-be tacklers, and bring it across the goal line. Now Wade Yoder and Jaden Hansen run into the huddle here for the 2-point conversion play. Aiden Klosterman was taken down for a loss on the first 2-point conversion, so the first one was no good. They'll look to get the second one in here. Klosterman and Hansen in the shotgun. It's going to go to Klosterman again, and he's going to punch it in. 2-point conversion's good. So the Wildcats managed to get all 8 that time, And with 6:36 remaining in the first quarter, our score, Central City 14, Central Elkader 0. So after the Wildcats went with the onside kick to start the game and recovered it, punched it down for a score, then they tried another onside kick, didn't get the second one, but still the defense managed to get the stop, turn them over on downs, and the offense methodically worked their way 44 yards down the field for a touchdown. The Elkader kick return team out there now, again anticipating an onside kick. Schrader's back deep to return. They've got 4 at midfield, 3 at the 35, and 1 guy at the 30. Now the Wildcat kickoff team breaks the huddle. Again, it's Rickles and Clark going back to potentially send it away. They've each kicked 1 so far tonight. They take their approach. Looks like it's going to be Clark this time. Onside kick bouncing in the air. It's still loose back at the 30. And the Warriors player tried to dive on it, but he accidentally threw it out of bounds. Nonetheless, it'll work out for the Warriors. They'll get possession of the ball. Yeah, I think they're going to spot it past the 25, about the 26-yard line. And that is where the Warriors will take over, first down and 10. Wildcat defense out there once again as the Warrior offense breaks the huddle. They're going to stick with the I formation. Deichler's under center. He's going to take the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Schrader. He's been met in the backfield. He fights forward for a couple of yards. Looks like he brought it all the way up to the 30. Gain of 4 there on the first down carry. There's one thing about the Warriors. They take a long time with the line of scrimmage. I don't know if that's trying to get the defense to jump, but they go up to the line of scrimmage and they fake the cadence for a long time before they finally snap it. Looks like that'll bring about second down in the long 6 for the Warriors, right around the 30-yard line. They're in the shotgun for the first time tonight. Deichler's there with a back to either side, as half of the entire offensive line there for the Warriors move before the snap. And that's going to be a false start called against Elkader. That'll march him back 5 and bring up second down and long. Back past the original line of scrimmage will bring up second down and 10. Or second down and 11, rather. We've got 6 minutes to go here in the opening quarter of play, as they've got the same formation. Deichler in the shotgun and back to either side. Awaiting the snap. Takes the snap. He's going to fake the throw. Now he's going to take off. He's going to be dragged down about the 30-yard line by Christopher Greif. As that'll be gain of about 5 on the carry there. It'll bring up third down and 6 for Elkader. As Christopher Greif did a good job of filling there and coming up to make the tackle, as Deichler kept it himself on the direct snap. Warriors now break the huddle. They're going to go back to the I formation. Deichler will go under center. He's got a couple backs behind him. Again, now he finally takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Schroeder up the middle. He's got some room. Going out to the right side of the field, past midfield. He's going to be shoved out of bounds by Lucas Greif. Up at the 33-yard line, that'll be enough to move the chains for the Warriors. Evan Schrader brings it across midfield up to the Wildcat 33-yard line before Lucas Greif finally manages to catch up to him and knock him out of bounds. Warriors will have it first down and 10 inside Wildcat territory at the 33. The Warriors break their huddle. Deichler's going to be in the shotgun again with a back to either side. The long snap cadence. Now he finally takes it. He's going to keep it. He's got a little bit of a hole. He's going to be dragged down from behind after picking up about 4 yards on the carry up to the 29-yard line. That'll make it second down and 6 for the Warriors, as Nick Deichler keeps them on schedule there on first down, picking up 4 yards. Warriors break their huddle. And the Wildcat defense is giving up a little bit more explosive plays in the run game the last couple plays. As now they're in the I formation. The delayed cadence, and now he finally takes a snap. Hand off up the middle to Schrader. He's going to go out to the left side of the field. Benton's there. He drags him down, and that'll be for a loss. As Mackay Benton at defensive end did a good job of not letting him get outside of him. and dragging him down for a loss. Looks like he'll lose a yard on that play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7 ball back at the 31-yard line. As the Wildcat defense looking to get another stop here on 3rd down and long. They're going to go in the I formation. Deichler's under center. Noah Dearson's the fullback, and Evan Schrader's the running back. Takes a snap. It's going to be a pitch out to Schrader. Going to the right. He's past the 30. He's going to be taken down by Jaden Hansen, well short of a 1st down. Might have stretched the ball close to the 25. I think they're going to spot that at the 27. Looks like it is indeed where they're going to spot it, and that'll bring up 4th down and about 4 there for the Warriors, as they need the 23-yard line to move the chains, currently at the 27. Wildcat defense held on 3rd down last time, or 4th down last time. They'll look to do it again. Deichler in the shotgun. Schrader to his left, Dearson to his right. He takes a snap. He's going to run, keep it himself. He'll have the 1st down and more inside the 20. Still fighting his way to the 15. He's taken down shy of the 10. As the Wildcats were there, just couldn't bring him down. Managed to drag a couple of them for a pretty decent gain there on 4th down. Will bring it up to the 13-yard line. That's where the Warriors will have 1st down and 10. Wade Yoder runs in on defense now as Luke Burtz is going to exit the game. Warriors break the huddle. Again, Deichler in the shotgun and back to either side. Takes the snap. He'll keep it again. Going to the right, a little bit of room there, but Marcus Prusman does a nice job of getting there to stop him. Looks like he gained a couple on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Looks like we got an injury. And now he's back up on his feet. Noah Dearson was the player that stayed down for a little bit there for Elkader. He's back up, walking over to the sideline. He'll have to come out. But looks like he should be all right, as looks like Sean Wilwart will enter the game for Elkader. Warriors break the huddle. 2nd down and 8 from the Wildcat 11-yard line. In the I formation, looks like the player that replaced the injured player was Spencer here. He'll be the fullback. Takes the handoff. It's going to be go to Schrader up the middle. He's going to drag a couple of Wildcats, but Jaden Hansen comes in and lays the hammer on him. Hansen playing defensive back, filled and just knocked him back. Looks like they're going to spot the ball about the 9-yard line there for the Warriors. It'll be 3rd down and the long 6 for Elkader. Ball spotted at the 9. Wildcats looking to get a stop here on 3rd down as they go back to the I formation. Deichler under center here and Schrader behind him. Takes a snap. He loses it. Ball's on the ground. Wildcats might have got it. They think they did. Waiting on a signal. Looks like Elkader got it. Looks like Nick Deichler, the quarterback, mishandled the snap. He got back on top of it to maintain possession of the football for the Warriors, but they will lose a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down and 8. Correction, 4th down and 7 from the 10. Looks like we got a timeout on the field. Central City's going to use their first timeout of the night. They have 2 remaining here in the first half, and with 2:11 remaining in the first quarter, our score, Central City 14, Central Elkader 0. While we've got a break in the action here, I'll go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Next Bank. Next Bank combines the values of a locally owned, independent Eastern Iowa community bank with expanded services and the latest technology to meet our customers' fast-moving lifestyle. Bank on your success with Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. The Warrior offense back on the field for this 4th down play. The ball is spotted at the Wildcat 10. They need the 3 to move the chains. And they're just 10 yards away from the end zone. Wildcat defense also back out there, as the Warriors have 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Deichler in the shotgun with here to his left. Here we go. 4th down and 7 as Schrader's going to come in motion to the left. It's going to pitch to Schrader. Now he's going to throw. Clean pocket. Now it kind of breaks down. Pressure in his face. Breaks out of a tackle. Prusman's there. He's going to be dragged down by Benton. And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st down. That'll move the chain, or that will not move the chains. And the Wildcats will take over. Makai Benton got him. Aiden Klosterman helped finish it off. And the Wildcats again hold on 4th down, and they'll take over on downs. 1st and 10 inside the Warrior 10. Little over 2 minutes to go in the opening quarters. They're going to spot the ball at the 8. Long field ahead of the Wildcats here, but they did manage to get the stop. 72 yards away from the end zone as Jaden Hansen runs into the huddle with the play call. Wildcat defense is held strong when it needed to here tonight, as they just did there previously. Hansen and Klosterman in the shotgun. It's going to go to Klosterman. Some black jerseys in his face. Now he's got some room. Past the 15, dragged down right there. Might have brought it out to the 16. Pretty decent run there by Klosterman. As it looks like they're going to spot it at the 15-yard line. Picked up about 7. They'll bring up 2nd down and a long 3. Wildcat offense once again breaks the huddle. As they again have Klosterman and Hansen back there to take the snap. It'll go to Klosterman once again. Going to the right side of the field. He'll have the 1st down. He's going to be dragged down shortly after that. Brought it across the 20. Looks like close to the 23-yard line. That'll be enough to move the chains. Wildcats will have a fresh set of downs once again. 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line. Aiden Klosterman's been the workhorse for the Wildcats all year. The same true tonight. He's already found the end zone once. He's picked up a bunch of critical 1st downs. Just did so right there. Wildcats come up to the line 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line in the I formation. Hansen under center. Takes the snap. It's going to be a play action. He's going to roll to his left looking to throw. Got some pressure in his face. Gets rid of it. Mackay Benton, the intended receiver, but well overthrown. And that'll be incomplete. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. The ball is still going to be spotted at the 23-yard line. Benton and Rickles both looked like they were open, but Hansen had quite a bit of pressure in his face. A couple of black jerseys were there. Under a minute to go here in the 1st quarter. 58 seconds. Of course, the clock stopped after the incompletion. 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 23. Ball on the right hash. As Lucas Greif is going to split out to the left. Hansen and Klosterman back there to take the snap. It'll go to Klosterman. He's going to fake a handoff. A little bit of confusion back there. He's going to be taken down, but there are 3 flags. All came in simultaneously on the tackle. And they are going to get Elkader for a face mask. All 3 flags came in simultaneously, so you knew all must have seen the same thing, and they all saw the face mask called against Elkader. They're going to march off the penalty yards. I want to say that's 15. And they are going to spot that at the 39, so quite a big shift in field position there, as the Wildcats will get it 1st and 10, just a yard shy of midfield at their own 39-yard line. Again, Wildcats lead at 14-0 here late in the 1st quarter. Also marching the ball pretty well on this possession, aided there by the penalty. Hansen and Klosterman again back there to take the snap. It'll go to Klosterman. He's got it past midfield, but he's going to be dragged down just a yard past midfield. Looks like they might have actually spotted right there at the 40. It's just a gain of 1 there for Aiden. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. The ball right at the 40-yard line. Wildcats, I don't believe, have to run another play here in the 1st quarter, but they certainly have time to do so if they want to. Looks like they do intend to do it as such, as they break the huddle. 10 seconds on the clock. Hansen and Klosterman. Again, the 2 back there. Standing at the 35. Hansen takes a snap. He'll keep it. There's a flag on the play. He's going to be dragged down just past the 35. Flag back at midfield. That'll stop the clock with 0.6 seconds remaining in the quarter. There's waiting the call here from the referee. It's going to be holding called against the Wildcats, and if they spot that from the 40, that'll bring them all the way back to their own 30. So loss of 10 from the 10-yard penalty from the spot, as they're marching it off, and they will spot it right at the 30. So 10-yard penalty from midfield. 2nd down and 19 for the Wildcats. As the clock will run, that final half second will tick off. And we have played 1 quarter of football here from Elkader. Our score, Central City 14, Central Elkader 0. So while we got a break here in action, I'll go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Next Bank. Next Bank is your bank for what's next. Your next car, next home, next business, next phase of life, or next adventure. 5 locations to serve you: Central City, Cedar Rapids, Marion, Coralville, and Waterloo. Next Bank is proud to sponsor Central City Sports. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. So really nice quarter there from the Wildcats defensively, not allowing the Warriors to get on the scoreboard at all. Offense also driving down the field, but they were just hampered there on that previous play with a penalty. Holding call brought them all the way back to their own 30, and it'll be second down and 19. They now switch sides of the field. Wildcats will work left to right and defend the end zone to my left. Warriors, therefore, will work right to left and defend the end zone to my right. Just waiting on the clock to get set to 12 minutes. As we've got 12 minutes on the clock, and we are set to go here in quarter number 2. So Wildcat ball, second down and 19 from their own 30. They've got 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Hanson's by himself in the shotgun. He takes a snap. Pocket breaks down. He's going to try to take off. He's going to be dragged down for a small gain. Maybe got up to the 32-yard line. The play just didn't have enough time to develop. As looks like he did get up to the 32. It'll be third down and 17. Wildcats need to get all the way across midfield to the Warrior 31. Again, currently back at their own 32. As the Wildcats break the huddle. See what they go with here. Hanson's in the shotgun by himself. They got 3 receivers left, all bunched up to the line of scrimmage. Now Prusman splits out to the left all the way to the sideline. Takes a snap. Now he's going to throw. Little cleaner pocket, gets rid of it. Rickles is open. It's caught. He's at the 20, 15, 10. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 5 as Braden Rickles got wide open down the right side of the field. Did a nice job with the ball afterwards as well before he was finally pushed out. Little trivia fact for you here, folks. That is Rickles' first catch all year that did not go for a touchdown. Before that, he had caught 5 passes, and he brought all 5 in for scores. So Wildcats will have it first and goal from the 5 after the big third down conversion there by Hanson connecting with Rickles. Same formation, 3 receivers split to the left. Hanson in the shotgun takes a snap. He's going to keep it. He'll have some room. He's going to be into the end zone. Touchdown Wildcats as Jaden Hanson crosses the goal line, keeps his feet, breaks through a tackler, and scores 6 more for the Wildcats. Wildcats now lead it 20-0. Less than a minute gone in the second quarter of play as they'll get set to go for 2. They break the huddle. Looks like Hanson's going to stay on the sidelines for this play. Klosterman's in the shotgun. Lucas Greif split out to the left. He now motions to the right. It's going to be a direct snap to Yoder, but the ball goes on the ground. Looks like Elkader might have recovered it. Regardless, 2-point conversion is no good. And we've got 11:03 remaining in the first quarter of play. Our score, Central City 20 rather. Central Elkader 0. The Wildcats are backed up, third down and 17. But Jaden Hanson connected with his favorite target all year, Braden Rickles. That was enough to move the chains, set up first and goal. 1 play later, the Wildcats found the end zone once again. Jaden Hanson, his second score on the ground tonight. And they lead it 20-0. Elkader kick return team onto the field, as is the Wildcat kickoff team. Evan Schrader is going to be the deep man. Other than him, they've got 4 at midfield, 2 at the 35, and a guy at the 30 as well. As Braden Rickles sets the ball in the tee. Wildcat kickoff team spreads across the width of the field. Rickles and Clark both going back. We'll see which one sends it away. Rickles has his hand in the air. They take their approach. It's going to be Clark. Onside kick's a little longer one, still rolling all the way back to the 25, and the Warriors scoop it up. A couple yards past the 20. So Connor Clark on the kickoff. And the Warriors will take over first down and 10. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 23-yard line. So Wildcat defense has looked good so far tonight. They'll try to keep that momentum going. As the Warriors break the huddle. Looks like they're going to go back to the I formation. Dietzler's under center. He's got Dearson and Schrader behind him. Long break before the snap. Now he takes it. It's going to be a fake handoff. Now he's going to look to take off. He's going to pitch it out to Schrader, but the ball's on the ground. I think Schrader got back on it. Might have come loose there at the end, and it did. Wildcats got it. Central City football, as they went with the old option play there. Deichler had the choice to either keep it himself or pitch it to Schrader. He tried to pitch it. Ball was loose. I thought Schrader got back on top of it, but I guess past those helmets of the Elkader players standing on the sideline, the ball came loose. Wildcats jumped on it. They'll have possession once again, 1st and 10 from the Elkader 23-yard line. Looks like the Wildcats are going to split Lucas Grafe out to the right. Hanson and Klosterman in the shotgun. It's going to go to Klosterman. He'll hesitate there in the backfield. Now he's going to try to take off. He's going to be wrestled down for maybe a loss of 1 there. Looks like Klosterman was taken down in the backfield there. Lost 1 back to the 24. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 11 for the Wildcats from the Elkader 24-yard line. Jaden Hanson having a little bit of an extended conversation over there with Coach Myers on the sideline. Now they're going to switch up the formation a little bit. Lucas Grafe will come out. Wade Yoder will come back into the ball game. Of course, Yoder will line up at fullback. Wildcats break the huddle now. Hanson and Klosterman in the shotgun. Snap goes to Klosterman. A little bit of room there, past the 20. Going to the outside, past the 15. Cuts it back inside to the 10. He's going to be taken down just shy of the 5. Nice run there by Klosterman. Bounces back nicely from the loss of 1 in the previous play. Picks up quite a bit of yardage there. Looks like they will spot it right at the 5. Maybe the 6. They will set it down at the 6. And that'll be 1st down and goal for Central City. Hanson runs into the huddle with the play call. The Wildcats look to extend their lead even further here. They already lead at 20-0. Klosterman and Hanson back there to take the snap. It'll go to Klosterman. He's going to keep it again. Past the 5. He's going to blow his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. As Aiden Klosterman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Wildcats extend their lead 26-0. And they will attempt the 2-point conversion momentarily. Wildcats have just looked really nice all around here so far tonight. The defense has been stout, and the offense, whether it be big chunk plays or just methodically driving the ball down the field, they've done a little bit of both here tonight. Either way, it's worked out pretty well. And now the Wildcats are going to line up for the 2-point conversion attempt. Hanson and Klosterman back there. Now Klosterman's going to split out all the way to the right side of the field. Grafe and Klosterman rather split to the right. Hanson's going to throw. Gets rid of it. It's going to be caught in the back of the end zone by Braden Rickles. 2-point conversion is good. Wildcats extend their lead here. We've got 9:34 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Our score, Central City 28, Central Elkader 0. So the Wildcats have just had a really nice game so far to this point on both sides of the ball. Defense has been questionable for the Wildcats at times throughout the year. Not tonight. They've done a really good job of holding this Elkader team. And they'll look to do a little bit more of the same here on this upcoming possession. Elkader kick return team's back out there. Again, Evan Schrader's the deep man. More than likely, he will not touch the football in the return. Everybody else for the Warriors within 10 yards of the midfield, which is as close as they can be. 4 guys at midfield, 2 at the 35 and a guy at the 30. Braden Rickles sets the ball on the tee at the Wildcat 30-yard line. And they'll get set to send it away. Again, Rickles and Clark go back to prepare to send it away. They take their approach. Looks like it's going to be Clark once again. Ball's going to be recovered right at the 39-yard line by one of the front linemen there for the Warriors. That was William Moser that got on top of it, senior tight end for Elkader. Quick hands allowed him to control the ball as soon as he got it and just fall to the ground with it. Looks like they're actually going to spot that right at midfield, so Elkader will take over 1st down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Warriors break the huddle now. They're going to go with Deichler in the shotgun. He's got it back to his left, another back to his right. Again, the delayed cadence. Does take the snap now. He's going to run once again. A little bit of room. He's going to be taken down after a gain of about 4 there on first down. I'm not sure I've seen Deichler throw the ball all night. He really is a running quarterback. Like I said, Elliott Kelly was the leading passer for this team coming into the ball game, but he is not playing quarterback here tonight. It is Nick Deichler. So 2nd down and 6 for the Warriors. Ball is going to be spotted at the Wildcat 36-yard line. Same formation. Deichler with the back to either side. He takes the snap. It's going to be a fake handoff. Now he gives it over to the fullback. He's going to be taken down after a short gain. That was Noah Dearson on the carry. As the Wildcats stopped him after gaining a couple of yards, they'll bring up 3rd down and 3. Managed to get the ball back to the 34-yard line. So we'll call that 3rd and a long 3. 8.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter or second quarter of play. As they'll be in the I formation. Deichler's under center. Dearson behind him, and then Schrader behind him. Takes a snap. Now he's going to throw, rolling out to his left, gets rid of it. It's going to be caught. He's got some room to go. Past the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Warriors. William Moser catches the pass from Deichler and brings it across the goal line for the score. Elkader opens their scoring here tonight with the connection from Deichler to Moser. And they'll get set to go for 2 here in a moment. 28-6 our score now after the touchdown pass from Nick Deichler. Warriors break the huddle. They're going to have a receiver to the left, a receiver to the right. Deichler under center, a couple backs behind him. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to to Schrader. And he's going to be brought up just short. He was very close, but the Wildcat defense did a good job pushing back and keeping him out of the end zone. 2-point conversion is no good. With 8:12 remaining in the second quarter, our score is Central City 28, Central Elkader 0. So the Warriors finally break onto the scoreboard there after the touchdown pass. Wildcats still lead at 28-6 here. They'll get the ball back momentarily. As the Warrior kickoff team huddles up by the sideline. As the Warriors now take the field. They will kick right to left. Wildcats will return it left to right. Wildcat kick return team out there. Matthew Klosterman and Lucas Greif are going to be the 2 deep men back standing at the 10, closer to the 12. It's going to be Nate Shearbron setting the ball on the tee at the 30-yard line, getting set to send it away. Wildcats also have 4 players in midfield and 2 more at the 30. Warriors break the huddle. Kickoff team spreads across the field. And Shearbron will get set to send the ball away for Elkader. Shearbron takes his approach, sends the ball away. It's an onside kick, and the Warriors are going to be close to getting it back. I think they might have gotten on it. As the Wildcats were not expecting the onside kick. And Central, looks like one referee motioned one way, one motion the other.
The onside kickoff is recovered by the Warriors.
And looks like officially was recovered by the Warriors. A couple referees are pointing a couple different ways. But Central Elkader did get on the ball. They'll have it 1st down and 10 from the Wildcat 38-yard line. So Wildcats fall victim to their go-to onside kick. They're going to be in the I formation, are the Warriors. Deichler under center. Takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff to the fullback. He's going to be dragged down after a couple of yards. Dearson on the carry. Brought it up to the 32-yard line. Looks like he picked up about 5 there. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Across the 35 up to the Warrior 32-yard line. As Elkader comes up to the line. In the I formation, Deichler under center. Dearson and Schrader behind him. Waiting the snap. Now he takes it. It's going to be a handoff to Schrader up the middle. Marcus Prusman's there. A couple of his Wildcat teammates help him out. Got a gain of 1, if anything. This looks like Braden Rickles helped finish off the tackle. Looks like Schrader brought the ball up to the 31-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Warriors. Like I said, ball spotted across midfield at the Wildcat 31-yard line. Warriors come up to the line of scrimmage. Dietzler's in the shotgun. He's got Schrader to his left and Dearson to his right. He takes a snap. He's going to take off. Past the 30, he's going to be dragged down. Looks like close to a 1st down. I think it'll depend on the spot. They're going to spot the ball at the 27-yard line, and that will be enough to move the chains. 1st down, Elkader. As they'll have it 1st down and 10 from the Wildcat 27-yard line with a little over 6.5 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Warriors split a receiver out left, 1 to the right, or rather 2 to the right. Dietzler in the shotgun with Dearson to his right. Dietzler takes a snap. He's going to roll to his right, looking to throw. Benton applying the pressure. It's going to be caught. Schrader on the catch. He's going to drag several Wildcats down. He's finally brought down by Braden Rickles. He took a big hit on the way down, though, as Evan Schrader caught the pass there from Nick Dietzler. Looks like he brought the ball up to the 23-yard line, so he picked up a gain of 5. We'll call that 2nd down and 5 for the Warriors. Ball spotted at the 23-yard line. They're back in the I formation. It's going to be Elliott Kelly at running back. Schrader came out of the game. Dietzler still under center. Takes a snap. It's going to be fake handoff to the fullback. Now he's going to pitch out to Kelly. He's got some room along the sideline. Breaks the tackle. He's going to be dragged down close to a 1st down, but there's a flag on the play. Flag back close to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard past it. It's going to be blocking the back against the Warriors. And that'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot. And so that'll set up a long play upcoming here for the Warriors. Looks like 2nd down and long. As they're going to march off the 10 yards, spot the ball at the 32-yard line. 2nd down, we'll call that 14 upcoming for Elkader. We've got just under 6 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter of play, as the block in the back took a 1st down off the board for the Warriors, marching them back 10 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 14. Back in the I formation. Dietzler under center. It's going to be a handoff to Kelly. Breaks off 1 tackle, but he's going to be brought down close to the original line of scrimmage. Looks like he got it right back up to that 27-yard line. And so that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. Looks like Evan Schrader is re-entering the game. He came out for a couple plays after taking a big hit. Elliott Kelly replaced him at running back. He's back into the game as Kelly will go back to the sideline. Warriors break the huddle. They're going to split 2 receivers out to the left. Schrader is one of them. 1 receiver right. Dietzler in the shotgun with Dearson to his right. Waiting the snap. He takes it now. He's going to drop back in the pocket to throw. Gets rid of it down the field. Hanson's there. It's going to be caught, maybe? Looks like he did catch it. Wow, what a catch. As Nate Shearbraun brought in an impressive catch there inside the 5. Jaden Hanson played it well right up until the ball got there, but he couldn't bat it down or pick it off. As Shearbraun manages to pull in the catch. And looks like they're going to spot the ball at the 3. And that'll set up 1st down and goal for the Warriors. Elkader's going to split out a couple of receivers again. 1 to the left, 2 to the right. Dietzler in the shotgun. Dearson's to his left. Now Shearbraun comes in motion to the right. Takes a snap. He's going to take off now. And he's going to plow over 1 Wildcat, but he's brought down. Ball might have come loose. They're sorting out the pile here. The ball might have come loose right there at the end. And they're going to call recovery by the Warriors. So Central Elkader managed to get back on top of the ball. Avoided disaster there by their own goal line. Looks like we're going to call that no gain in the play. Second down and goal. Ball still spotted at the 3 after the fumble from Schrader there. Warriors split a receiver left, one to the right. Deichler under center with a couple of backs behind him. Waiting the snap here. As Deichler takes it, fakes the handoff at the middle. Now he's going to take off. Benton drags him down from behind. And he's going to come up close. The Wildcats think they got the ball, but they're going to call him down first. Everyone in the white jersey over there on defense was pointing towards the other side of the field, thinking they had possession of the ball, but they're going to call him down. Mekhi Benton did a nice job at dragging Nick Deichler down from behind before he crossed the goal line. Looks like might have gained half a yard, if anything there. It's going to be his third down and goal. Ball still right around that 3-yard line. As the Warriors come back, they're in the I formation here. Deichler under center. Dearson and Schrader behind him. Deichler takes the snap. It's going to be handed off to Schrader up the middle. And he'll be brought down. No, he breaks out of the tackle. But it's several Wildcats swarm him. He might have actually gone backwards on the play. Looks like he did. He lost a couple of yards there. Wildcats force him all the way back to the 5. And that'll bring up 4th down and goal. That will be 4th down and goal. Ball spotted at the 5-yard line. After Evan Schrader took the handoff and was forced backwards by the Wildcat defensive line. So here we go, 4th and goal from the 5. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right for the Warriors. Deichler in the shotgun with Dearson to his left. He takes a snap. He's going to roll to his right, looking to throw pressure in his face. Holding is going to be called. Touchdown Warriors, but it'll come back as Mekhi Benton was very clearly held. And that will be the call. Benton would have had him, but looks like one of the guards there for the Warriors dragged him around and stopped him from getting there. So take the touchdown off the board. As Nick Deichler's pass was caught in the end zone by Evan Schrader. But like I said, penalty flag came in, holding called against Elkader. I think they're going to spot that at the 19-yard line. And now they will have 4th down and goal from the Wildcat 19. Lucas Greif has an important job on this play, playing safety. You got to make sure nobody gets behind him. Wildcats have somebody wide open on the left side. Now finally Hansen gets over there. Warriors have 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Deichler in the shotgun. Now man comes in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Dearson. He's going to throw. Ball wobbly towards the back of the end zone. It's going to be picked off by Lucas Greif. Returning it to the 10, 15, 20. Still going to be tripped up there by the 25-yard line. As Noah Dearson's pass was a wobbly one. Finally came down. It was in the hands of Lucas Greif. He picked off the pass and returned it up to about the 25-yard line of the Wildcats. And that's where Central City will take over, 1st and 10. Huge goal line stand from the Wildcats there. Warriors had it 1st and goal from the 3. They held them no gain 2 plays in a row, backed them up to the 5, setting up 4th and goal from the 5. And then they stopped them there after the penalty on 4th and goal from the 19 with the interception. And now the Wildcats have it 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Closterman and Hansen back there to take the snap. Now it's going to be Lucas Greif and Aiden Closterman split out to the right. Hansen's by himself in the shotgun. He takes a snap. He's going to throw. Clean pocket. Gets rid of it down the field for Rickles. He's got a step. It's going to be caught past the 30. Still going to the 20. And he's going to be wrapped up out of bounds. Looks like just shy of the 20. Looks like he stepped out right there. We do have a flag. It's going to be a holding called against the Wildcats. Flag came in towards the end of the play there. So the long pass downfield to Rickles will come off the board with the holding call against Central City. Looks like the flag was thrown right around the 22. So they'll march 10 yards off from there. Looks like they will spot it at the 12-yard line. So Central City 1st and 10 1st and about 15 there from their own 12. As the Wildcats run into the huddle. Hansen bringing in the play call from the sideline. We'll call that 1st down and 20 from their own 12. Hansen and Klosterman in the shotgun. It goes to Hansen. He's going to roll to his right to throw. Pressure in his face. Gets rid of it. It's going to be caught by Rickles. Has a pass to 30. Still going to midfield. Pass to 30. He's got nobody to beat. He's going to be all the way home. Touchdown, Wildcats. 68 yards from Jaden Hansen to Braden Rickles to the house. As the Wildcats extend their lead. They lead at 34-6. 2-point conversion yet to come. As Rickles made the catch, broke out at one tackle. It was a foot race, and the defender just gave up on it. Rickles all the way home, 68 yards for a score, and they will get set to go for two. Braden Rickles continues to be a huge threat in the pass game. His 6th receiving touchdown of the year. That one of the 68-yard variety. And now they're going to have Lucas Greif split to the left. Now the entire offensive line for the Wildcats, other than the guard and the center, will split over to the right. Overloaded to the right side of the field. Greif comes in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Greif. Wrapped up in the backfield for a loss. 2-point conversion is going to be no good as Elliott Kelly, who is 4th place in 8-man and solo tackles on the season, makes the stop. 2-point conversion no good. With 1:55 remaining in the second quarter, our score, Central City 34, Central Elkader 6. So the Wildcats respond to their defense's goal line stand with a 68-yard bomb for a touchdown there from the offense. And they now pull away to the 28-point lead, 34-6, with just under 2 minutes to go before half. Kick return team out there for Central Elkader. Again, Evan Schrader is going to be back deep. Other than him, they've got one guy at the 30, 2 at the 35, and 4 at midfield. Wildcat kickoff team back out there. As Rickles will set the ball on the tee. He just caught the touchdown pass, of course. And the Wildcats will spread out across the field. Rickles and Clark get set to send it away. Rickles with his hand in the air. Now they take their approach. It's going to be Rickles kicking that one. Onside kick bounces. It's going to be recovered. Christopher Greif almost had the tackle, but he breaks out of it. Luke Birds comes in to finish off the job. As it was Sam Fetkether, sophomore guard there for the Warriors, that picked up the onside kick and returned it for a couple of yards. They're going to spot the ball across midfield at the Wildcat 37-yard line. They'll have it first down and 10, 1:50 on the clock. And I believe Elkader has all 3 timeouts. I think we had one that was called by the Wildcats. I don't think the Warriors have used any of theirs yet. Central Elkader goes in the I formation. Deichler's under center. It's going to be a handoff to the fullback. Dearson breaks out of one tackle. Christopher Greif knocks him back. Several Wildcats come in there to help. Jaden Hansen and Aiden Klosterman were among them. He brought it across the 35 up to about the 33-yard line. Gain of 4 there from Noah Dearson. And that'll bring up second down and 6 for the Warriors. As the clock continues to roll, we got a minute and a half to go in the first half of play. Warriors still in the I formation. Schrader's back in there at running back. It's going to be a fake handoff. Now he's going to look to throw. Pressure in his face. Gets rid of it down the field. It's up there forever, and it's going to be picked off. No, Jaden Hansen couldn't quite hang on to it. Still nice coverage there by Hansen as the throw just seemed to hang up in the air forever. There was a bunch of pressure in the face of Nick Deichler as he got rid of it. Nearly an interception, but nonetheless, incompletion brings up third down and 6. Ball spotted at the Warrior 30, or the Wildcat 33 rather. 1:12 to go in the half, as of course the clock does stop after the incompletion. Elkader again in the I formation. Wildcat defense looking to get the third down stop here. Deichler takes a snap, hand off to Schrader up the middle. Arwen Betzer's there to meet him. Dayton Price helps finish it off. And that's going to be, looks like no gain there on third down. But then we're going 4th down and 6. The ball still spotted at the 33-yard line. We've got a minute to go in the half. Looks like the Wildcats are going to have David Munyakazi run in there. Dayton Price will come off. Munyakazi will line up a nose guard as Sean Wilwert runs in the play call for the Warriors. They break the huddle as they'll have Deichler in the shotgun. Schrader to his left. Now he's going to back up. Maybe he'll punt it here. I've seen him do this before. Deichler took a couple steps back, And looks like Benton jumped off sides. And so that'll draw the flag. That will not be a first down. It was 4th and 6, so it'll bring up 4th and short. But it will be just shy of moving the chains. The clock stops with 23 seconds remaining in the half. 5-yard penalty will bring the ball to the 28. Like I said, that will bring up 4th down and 1, as it was 4th and 6 before the flag. Referee signals his hands in the air. I think it looks like the Elkader Warriors actually called timeout. So the Warriors use their first timeout of the half. They have 2 remaining. With 19 seconds remaining in the second quarter, our score, Central City 34, Central Elkader 6. So Elkader uses the timeout. Don't know for sure if this is what they were planning on, but it looked like they might have been going for a pooch punt, as I've seen them on film do it before, where they line up like they're going to go for it, then have the quarterback take a couple steps back and then end up kicking it away. But Benton at defensive end jumped off sides. That caused the 5-yard penalty and made the Warriors think about it a little bit, thus the timeout. So here we go, 4th down and 1, ball at the 28. That is in Wildcat territory. 19 seconds to go in the half. Warriors have 2 timeouts left. Diesel's under center. A couple of backs back there behind him. He'll keep it himself. That'll be close to a first down. I think the forward progress will give it to him, but based on where the referee along the sideline is, I'm not quite so sure. And the spotter's actually going to signal Wildcat ball, so I think they got the stop. Looks like a Wildcat player may still be down after the play. Looks like it might actually be, looks like it's actually an Elkader player. Can't get a number on him. Several referees and trainers in the way, rightfully so. That will stop things here. We've got 19 seconds to go in the second quarter. Wildcats will take over on downs. The Elkader player's back up on his feet. That was Riley Keene, who's back up to his feet now. Senior center and defensive tackle for the Warriors. So now both teams will come back out. Ball is spotted at the 28, so they gave him, or maybe the 27. They gave him a gain of less than a yard there on 4th and 1. And now one of the referees trying to signal something up here to the press box. Tell them to run a couple seconds off the clock, it sounds like. They want 15.3. There's currently 19.3. So 15 seconds on the clock. Wildcats come up to the line. Hansen and close from back there to take the snap. Low snap. Hansen handles it. He'll roll out to his right. Gets rid of it. It's going to be caught by Rickles. Taken down just shy of midfield. Nice hit there by Schroeder to bring him down. That'll spot the ball at the 39 as the clock stops to move the chains. And now they'll run the clock. 8 seconds and counting. We'll see if they go for another play or just let it run off. Looks like they might just let it run off. As that is going to do it for half number 1. We've played 24 minutes of football here from Elkader. Our score, Central City 34, Central Elkader 6. So Wildcats with a nice first half of play there to go into the break with a 28-point advantage. We've got 15 minutes and counting on the clock for halftime, as the Wildcats are going to take a knee underneath the goalpost to my left. Warriors heading over to the spot over there by the goalpost to my right. Looks like senior parents are going to join their senior kids here for the senior night presentation here in Elkader. So good half of football there for the Wildcats. Brings them into the halftime break with the 28-point advantage. They lead at 34-6. Now, while we're at the break here, why don't we take a look at some games around the district? Like I mentioned in my open about an hour or so ago, definitely some big games around the district tonight, specifically 2 I want to keep an eye on. hopefully I'll be able to check in on. First of all, I'll take a look at the probably the least important of the other 3 games around the district, at least as far as playoff seeding goes. Calamus-Wheatland is hosting Springville. That game is at the home field of the Midland Eagles in Wyoming. Checking on the score over there. And not a huge surprise. Orioles kind of having their way with Warriors there. They lead at 34-6. They're
Nice
in the second
defense
quarter
there
in Wyoming. Springville holding. Same scores we have here, actually. 34-6, also our score. So 28-point lead there for the Springville Orioles. And now I'll see if I can get a look here at the Battle of the Unbeatens in District 5. And also both teams are unbeaten overall as well, that being Key and Easton Valley. Both are 6-0 in the district, 7-0 overall. Give me just a moment here to pull it up. Tried to get it on my phone, but remember that I have no service up here in Elkader. Luckily, have still been able to get this to work. And wow, Key actually holds the lead. 22-12 our score there from Lansing. Key actually the 10-point advantage in the second quarter. Both teams, like I said, came in undefeated in both district play as well as overall. So something to watch there. Of course, both teams are in the playoffs regardless. But playing for the district championship, the Key holds a 22-12 lead. Looks like the Riverhawks do have possession of the ball right now.
4th down and 8.
And the other big game is going to be Edgewood-Colesburg taking on Midland. I'll see if I can get an update on that one. Looks like, not sure if I'm going to be able to get an update on that one. But that is also a big game, as Edco and Midland are currently tied for 3rd place in the district. Winner is automatically in the playoffs. Loser probably misses out. So that's a big one over there in Edgewood. So like I said, the seniors being recognized here at halftime, as the rest of the Warrior football players make a tunnel for the seniors to go through. This was originally going to be the season finale for the Wildcats. This is the final game on their original schedule, but they have added another game. They will play a final game coming up next Thursday, October 21st. That'll be a home game taking on HLV, and that game will have a 6 o'clock kickoff. Make sure you keep that in mind rather than the normal 7 o'clock. And like I said, on Thursday instead of the typical Friday, that being because postseason games in 1A, A, 8-player, and I believe also 2A will all start next Friday, the 22nd of October, a week from tonight. But HLV and the Wildcats will be taking on one another next Thursday. Of course, not a playoff game as neither team qualified for the playoffs, but there is a rule for those 4 classes that I mentioned, that being 2A, 1A, A, and 8-player, that if you do not qualify for the playoffs, you can get an extra game. And I think that's because the bigger classes, 3A, 4A, and 5A, all play 1 extra regular season game. The 22nd will be the regular season finale for the bigger class schools, but like I said, for the 4 smaller classes, that's it. Unless you're in the playoffs. So if the Wildcats didn't have that extra game, tonight would be it. But like I said, one more home game this Thursday at home against HLV. That game will be a 6 o'clock kickoff. HLV, a team currently with a 1-6 record. In their opening game of the year, they took down Calumet-Wheaton. That's the team the Wildcats took down last week. They also won their game by 50, but they didn't allow a point. They won it 50-0. Wildcats won it last week 84-34. Their other games, they played some pretty solid teams. They lost to Montezuma 56-20, Waco 41-13, Lone Tree 66-40. We also played Lone Tree back in week 1. That is the game that the Wildcats lost 38-8. Winfield Mount Union, they lost 54-21. If you remember way back in the preseason, the Wildcats took on Winfield Mount Union in a preseason scrimmage. I believe the Wildcats ended up winning that preseason scrimmage by a couple of points. And then the other couple games, they fell to English Valley's 51-20. They fell to Iowa Valley's 62-27. And tonight they are taking on New London. That is an away game for HLV. And then in about 6 days' time, they will be in Central City taking on your Wildcats in the season finale for both sides. Like I said, Cal Wheat currently HLV 1-6 on the year. Wildcats came to tonight 1-6 as well. And so that should be a good one next week in Central City. Wildcats look to pick up a win on their final game of the year. Like I said, we are at halftime here from Elkader. We've currently got, looks like 13 and a half minutes. I think they originally set the clock to 15 minutes for halftime, but I think they ended up putting it back up to 20 since we do have the senior night stuff going on here tonight. Now the marching band's going to be out there for the Elkader Warriors. They will give a halftime performance here on the football field. While I've got some time here, I'll go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Next Bank. From your first checking account to your first car, first mortgage to retirement, and all the money matters in between, Next Bank people relate because they're your people. They are in your community, sitting beside you at the kids' games, working local fundraisers, and shooting the breeze at the grocery store. Start building the banking relationship of a lifetime with Next Bank. Conveniently located in Central City, Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Marion, and Coralville. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. As always, can't say thank you enough to Next Bank for helping make these broadcasts possible. Without them, couldn't be coming to you here from Elkader City Park to call the action between the Wildcats and the Warriors of Central Elkader. If you're just tuning in here lately, we are at halftime of tonight's matchup between the Wildcats and the Warriors. Wildcats lead it by 28, 34-6. They will also get the ball first to begin half number 2 here in about 12 minutes' time. Switching gears a little bit here, let's take a look at the volleyball team. They played in their conference tournament last night, and it sounds like they had a pretty good night. Looks like they actually beat Edco in straight sets 2-0, a team that just a couple of weeks ago, back on September 30th, they lost to 3-1 in regular season play. They beat Edco in straight sets. Let's see what those set scores looked like. They're both fairly close, but the Wildcats won them both 21-18 and 21-16. They then lost to Springville, which Springville is one of the better teams in all of 1A. They are 27-3 on the year. Wildcats lost that one 21-6 and 21-13, therefore 2-0. And then in their third and final match of the night, they took on the Albernet Pirates, a team who has kind of struggled a little bit this year. They sit at 4-23 on the year. The Wildcats won that one in straight sets, 21-18, 21-11 for a 2-0 win. Wildcats have 17 wins and 12 losses on the year. They will now participate in the Tri-Rivers Championship bracket. That'll be tomorrow morning in Calamus at Calamus-Wheatland High School. Looks like their first matchup will be against Easton Valley. I think that's just a single elimination tournament. See if I can get a bracket on that. So I'm not sure if I can find the actual bracket itself, but nonetheless, Wildcats doing a great job. I think I actually read via the Central City Volleyball Twitter page, this is the first time in school history the Wildcat volleyball team has made it to the championship play in the Tri-Rivers Conference Tournament. Of course, they do some pool play first. That was what was yesterday. where I think there was 4 different locations where 3 to 4 teams each would go to the locations. And then the best performers from each of those spots move on to play in the championship bracket, which, like I said, will be tomorrow morning in Calamus, hosted by Calamus Wheatland. Wildcats will compete at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning against the Easton Valley Riverhawks. The Easton Valley volleyball team on the year, they sit with a record of 17-7. So both teams have 17 wins. Wildcats just played a few more matches than the Riverhawks, as Easton Valley has lost 7 games. Wildcats have lost 12. Should be a fairly even matchup. Looks like the Riverhawks actually lost to Prince of Peace yesterday, 2-1. That's a team that the Wildcats beat in straight sets early in the season, 3-0. Looks like back on September 9th, a little over a month ago, the Wildcats did travel to Clinton and took down the Irish 3-0. So that should be a good matchup there. Tomorrow, in Calamus at 11 a.m., Wildcats take on the Easton Valley Riverhawks. And of course, they win that one, they get to move on. I'm guessing that's probably a quarterfinal matchup. Don't quote me on that, but that is my guess. The Wildcat volleyball teams had a really nice year. They'll look to continue that tomorrow morning. And looking ahead to postseason play, just a moment here. Taking a look at postseason play. The Wildcats begin their postseason play this coming Monday, October 18th. That will be a home game. They will host the Midland Eagles. Midland, a team that struggled this year. They have 3 wins and 30 losses so far. That will be at 7 o'clock this coming Monday, October 18th. Central City hosting the Midland Eagles. And then if the Wildcats win, they'll get to play at home once again. That'll be at 7 o'clock on October 20th, that being a Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, in fact. They will take on the winner of Prince of Peace, Marquette Catholic. If I were a betting man, I'd say probably going to be Prince of Peace. Marquette has not won a game all year. They're 0-26. Prince of Peace under 500, but they have won 13 games compared to their 18 losses. And then on the other side of things, Easton Valley will play Maquoketa Valley. Calamus Wheatland will play Cedar Valley Christian. And then if things hold the form, Easton Valley is expected to win both of their games. That would make Central City have a matchup with Easton Valley on October 25th at Easton Valley. That's assuming things hold the form, of course. Always possible for things to get thrown around in the postseason. Then the winner of that will compete in the regional championship against the winner of the other side of the bracket. That other side includes Lone Tree, English Valleys, Wapello, Morningstar Academy, Winfield Mount Union, Highland, and Burlington Notre Dame. Looks like Burlington Notre Dame is the number 1 seed in that other side of the bracket, but there are some teams with pretty good records. Wapello's 25-10, Winfield Mount Union's 20-10, Burlington Notre Dame is 32-8. And that regional championship game is currently scheduled for October 27th, 7 p.m. at its site to be determined. But definitely a path for the Wildcats to get all the way to that regional championship and maybe just find their way to the state tournament. It is not, and by any means, a stretch to say they have a path to the state tournament. It'll be exciting to see how the postseason plays out. It's been a very successful year for the Wildcat volleyball team. And, of course, wish them all the best in their postseason play. We've got about 6 minutes on the clock now before we resume play for the second half, as the Elkader band still out there at midfield giving a performance. Like I said, it is senior night here in Elkader. The senior football players and marching band members were recognized just a few moments ago. Wildcats have had a good game so far. Their defense especially has been really good, only giving up 6 points. Their offense also managed to put 34 on the board to take the 34-6 lead going into the second half. They will also get possession of the ball first. Earlier tonight, the Wildcats won the coin toss. They elected to defer their choice to half number 2. And then, of course, the Warriors chose to receive. Wildcats did actually get the first possession of the game. They went with an onside kick that they managed to recover. It's actually the second time this year the Wildcats have gotten both opening possessions. That's, of course, assuming the Warriors don't go with an onside kick or something, which they did recover one earlier, so it's all, of course, a possibility. But assuming the Wildcats handle the kickoff, they will get the ball to start the second half. And they've actually done that twice this year. When they were up in Edgewood in week 3, taking on Edgewood Colesburg, They again kicked off to begin the game, but an onside kick, they gave them the opening possession. So Wildcats pretty much go with onside kicks as long as it's a somewhat competitive game. Doesn't always work, of course, but does work out quite often, and it worked out earlier tonight, as they should get the opening possession of both halves here, as they will receive the opening kickoff in about 4.5 minutes. The Wildcats are up and moving now. They're jogging over towards their sideline. They'll be ready to go here once the second half of play resumes momentarily in just a few minutes. Still no sign of the Warriors. Not sure where they went. Must have a shed or something over there that they go inside during halftime. The band now clears the field as the Wildcats are back out there to get loose for the second half. As usual, Jaden Hansen getting his arm loose, playing some catch with Marcus Shellhorn over there by the Wildcats sideline. Hansen didn't do too much throwing in that first half, but when he did, he was pretty successful. Threw for a couple of touchdowns. Also ran for a couple, so Jaden Hansen, the sophomore quarterback for the Wildcats, had a very nice first half, as did Aiden Klosterman, standout running back for the Wildcats. He entered the game with 11 touchdowns in the year. He scored his 12th and 13th there in that opening half. Wildcats now circled up over on their half of the field. Going with the team stretch to get loose for the second half of play. Jaden Hansen standing at the goal line. Marcus Shellhorn standing up at the 25-yard line. So Hansen getting some 25-yard tosses in there. It's a chilly night here in Elkader, although you couldn't tell up here in the press box. Nice and warm up here. But on the field, same can't be said. Let's see if I can get a weather update. By habit, I looked at my phone, but like I said, no service here in Elkader. According to my computer, it is currently 46 degrees. Luckily, no rain or anything coming down, so that does help. Just a 1% chance of rain, so nothing to worry about there. Not too much wind either. Looks like 5-mile-per-hour wind. Flags up on the goalpost, not moving a whole lot. But it is a chilly night, like I said, luckily up here in the press box. Can't tell, but players down there definitely feeling it. Warriors still have yet to retake the field. Looks like they might be about to come out of their shed over there a little ways off from the field. Wildcats have concluded their team stretches. They're all back over on the sideline now, getting set to go for the second half. Clock reads 1:45, and I'm assuming they'll set another 3 minutes on there, as they usually do. Call it the stretch period, if you will. The Wildcats all about ready to go here for the second half of play. Some of them actually dancing along to the music. And now the Warriors finally jog out and getting set to retake the field for the second half. They do so with a minute on the clock. Like I said, I think they'll set another 3 on there. As I mentioned, Wildcats will get the ball first to begin half number 2. As the last couple Warriors jog out there to meet the rest of the, join the rest of their team, I should say. And we should be getting set here for play in just a few moments. I'll give you one more update before the second half. Looks like
down by Damon Weber.
A touchdown, so they
Goal, Riverhawk,
now 22-18. Like I said, that game over in Lansing was the battle of the unbeaten between the Keyhawks and the Riverhawks. As they're playing for a district championship. Both are automatically into the playoffs already. Looks like the Riverhawks actually have first and goal, trying to reclaim the lead. Stick with that for just a moment since there's no action to call here. Warriors getting a stretch in as we've got a minute 45 to go. And looks like the Riverhawks just took the lead.
Walker, 1 yard run, touchdown, Eastern Valley.
Yep, the Riverhawks just took the lead 24-22. So after trailing 22-12 earlier, they actually lead it by 2 now. Definitely a game of interest for anybody with connections to 8-man District 5. They're both undefeated, playing for the district championship over there in Lansing. Back to the action here. The Wildcats have been all huddled up, jumping up and down to hype themselves up for the second half for about 2 minutes straight now. Jaden Hansen getting some last-minute tosses in. Standing at the goal line, tossing it over to Lucas Greif, standing at the 30. Warriors still stretching on their own. There towards their own sideline. Under a minute to go on the clock, about 45 seconds, as we should be getting things started here in just a little while. Like I said, Warriors will kick off to begin half number 2. Wildcats will receive as we get ready to go here in the second half. 30 seconds on the clock now as both teams have returned to their sidelines. And the kick team should be taking the field any moment.
Start the second half. The Warriors will be kicking off to the Wildcats.
And now the Warriors come onto the field. And the Wildcats also take the field. Looks like they're going to have Aiden Closerman back deep. As everybody else is going to be pretty close there to the line of scrimmage, or rather the 40-yard line, close as they can be. They got 4 players at the 40 and 3 back at the 30. Warriors are going to set the ball on the right hash as Nate Shearbraun will get set to send it away. They went with an onside kick last time. We'll see what they go with here. As we've got 12 minutes on the clock, we're set to go here for half number 2 from Elkader. Shearbraun takes his approach. His kick is away. It's going to be a deep one. Close from range and back to field. He's going to pick it up at the 5. Bring it back the other way to the 10. Now still going to the 15, 20. Got some room to go. Still going to the 30. One man to beat. He's going to be brought down by the kicker just past the 35-yard line. Nice return there by Aiden Closerman. Will set the Wildcats up nicely to begin the second half. Past the 35. Just a few yards shy of midfield. Looks like they'll spot the ball at the 36. And that's where the Wildcats will take over, 1st and 10. Wildcats come up to the line. They'll have Hansen and Closterman back there to take the snap once again. It'll go to Closterman. He'll take off. He sidesteps past midfield, breaks the tackle. Now he's going to be pushed down past the first down, close to the 30. And that will move the chains for the Wildcats. They'll have 1st down and 10. Past midfield up to the 32-yard line. That's where they'll have 1st down. Hansen and Closerman back there to take the snap. Wade Yoder will take the direct snap. The fullback, he's plowing forward. He's got several yards. There's a flag on the play. There's a whole scrum of players in there, some with black jerseys, some with white. As the flag came in, it's going to be holding called against the Wildcats. Flag was thrown at the 29-yard line, so that should be a 10-yard penalty from the spot. Back to the 39. They'll march it off. And he's going to spot the ball at the 39. It'll be 1st down and about 18, we'll call it. From the Warrior 39. Hansen and Closerman back there. Low snap, and Hansen handles it. He's going to roll to his right, gets rid of it. Braden Rickles open down the field. He caught it. He sidesteps past the 20. He's going to be dragged down. Ball came out. I think he was down. And then that is going to be the call. As Jaden Hansen once again found Braden Rickles down along the right sideline. Rickles had one man to beat. Couldn't quite juke his way out of the tackle, but still brought it inside the 20 up to about the 18-yard line. Wildcats have it 1st and 10. Hansen and Klosterman stand there. It's going to be fake handoff. Hansen keeps it himself. Rolls out to the right. He's got one man to beat. He's going to be taken down. Lowered his shoulder. Couldn't quite blow through Shearbraun. Nonetheless, that'll move the chains and set up 1st and goal for the Wildcats inside the 5. As looks like they're going to spot that at about the 4-yard line. That's what the Wildcats will have 1st down and goal. Wildcats come back up to the line. 1st and goal from the 4. Hansen and Klosterman back there again. It'll go to Wade Yoder. Fighting his way up the middle. He's going to be taken down. He's close. No, he's going to be just shy of the end zone. Taken down inside the 1, it looks like. Nice run there by Yoder, but he couldn't quite bring it across the goal line. That'll bring up 2nd down and goal inside the 1. As Hansen runs into the huddle with the play call. Wildcats sticking with the same formation. Hansen and Klosterman back there. It'll go to Klosterman. He's swarmed right away, but he's going to be taken down. Might have lost half a yard there as there were several black jerseys in the backfield. So nothing there for Aiden Klosterman on 2nd and goal. That'll bring up 3rd down and goal. Ball still at the 1-yard line. Wildcats just a few feet away from the end zone. They've got 2 plays to get there. 3rd and goal upcoming. As the Wildcat offense comes up to the line of scrimmage. Looks like they might be going with the I formation. They are. Hansen's under center. Yoder and Betts are behind him. Hansen fumbles the snap. He might have gotten it back. Looks like Wildcats will keep it, but no gain in the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. As the Wildcats don't do under center snaps all that often, and that one was muffed. But luckily, Hansen was able to get back on top of it. That'll bring up 4th down and goal. The ball's still at the 1. As the Wildcats come up to the line, 4th and goal from the 1. Back in the I formation. Hansen under center. Yoder and Betts are behind him. He takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to throw. Pass is going to be caught. Braden Rickles got it. Were his feet in? Yes, they were. Touchdown, Wildcats. As they surprise the Elkader defense with a play-action pass on 4th and goal from the 1. Rickles came open in the back of the end zone. Hansen found him. Pass is complete. Touchdown, Wildcats from a yard out, and they will go for 2. They lead at 40-6 now. So they lead by 34, so the 2-point conversion here will decide if we have a running clock or not. That would be 36 if they get it. It'll remain 34 if they don't. Back in the I formation. Pitch out to Betzer on the right side. He'll cut it up the middle. He'll be close. Did he get in? They're not going to signal him in, and he's going to be taken down, so the 2-point conversion is going to be no good. He was very close there, but couldn't quite finish it off. With 8:58 remaining in the 3rd quarter, our score is Central City 40, Central Elkader 6. So 34-point advantage there for the Wildcats. So that will not invoke the running clock. 35 points is needed for that. But still, solid lead there for Central City as they'll get set to kick it away here in just a moment. Wildcat offense did a good job of surprising the Elkader defense. As instead of going with the expected run play on 4th down, they went with the play-action pass, and it worked out perfectly. Rickles came up into the back of the end zone for the score as the Wildcats extend their lead. The Elkader kick return team's onto the field. Evan Schrader's going to be back deep to return, although they are expecting the onside kick, of course, as the Wildcat kickoff team hustles out there. Braden Rickles will set the ball at the 30. And then, of course, like always, Rickles and Clark will both go back as if they're both going to kick it away. Either one of them could. Looks like the Warriors have a new center working snaps. That'll be Brandon Whittle working snaps for Elkader. As late in that second quarter, their starting center, Riley Keene, went down. Looks like he's not be able to come back. Rickles has his hand in the air. He's getting set to send it away. It's going to be Clark kicking it. It's an onside kick. Don't think it's going to get to 10 yards. Elliott Kelly picks it up, and he's going to have a pretty decent return up to the 29-yard line. And that is where Elkader will take over, first down and 10, inside Wildcat territory at the 29. We've got just under 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter as the Warriors have their first possession of the second half. Not one of Clark's better onside kicks. He usually has some pretty good ones. That one didn't quite make it to 10 yards, and Kelly managed to return it for about 10 yards in his own right. Warriors come up to the line of scrimmage. Dietzler under center. They're in the I formation. Deerson's behind him, and then Schrader behind him. Takes a snap. It's going to hand off to Deerson up the middle. Rickles meets him right away. Betzer helps him out. He will drag him forward for a couple of yards, up to about the 26. So might have gained 3 there. And that'll bring up second down and 7 for the Warriors. As Deerson was met right away, but managed to drag him for a couple of yards there. Back in the I formation, Dietzler's under center. He takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Schrader. He's met right away, breaks out of one tackle. Dayton Price meets him. A couple of his teammates help finish it off. Makai Benson among them. Looks like he actually went backwards on that play. Back to about the 27. And that'll bring up third down and 8 for the Warriors. Wildcat defense really did a nice job of getting there. Schrader was basically hit before he even took the handoff. The Wildcat defensive line was there right away. Third down and 8. As they'll have Dietzler under center again. Same formation. Deerson and Schrader back there as the backs. Takes a snap. It's going to be a play-action pass. Rolling to the left. Gets rid of it. It's going to be caught by Schrader. Met right away. Breaks out of one tackle, but Dayton Price hustles over to finish it off. I think Braden Rickles met him first. Price finished off the tackle. Might have gained half a yard there on the completed pass, but not much. They're going to spot it at the 27. It'll be fourth down, and we'll call that a long 7. As we've got just over 7 minutes remaining in these third quarters, we've got official timeout. Looks like Evan Schrader is going to have to exit the game for the Warriors. Elliott Kelly will come back in. As Kelly, the backup running back, with Schrader being the starter. Warriors come up to the line, fourth down, and we'll call that 8. They've got one receiver left, 2 to the right. Dietzler in the shotgun with Deerson to his right. Takes a snap. He's going to roll to his right, looking to throw. He steps up in the pocket, gets rid of it. It's going to be caught, but I think he's going to be short of the first down. It was caught by Elliott Kelly, who just came off the sidelines into the game, got it up to the 21, but they needed the 19 to move the chains. That won't do it, and the Wildcats will take over. First down and 10, Central City from their own 21. As for, I want to say, the third time tonight, they managed to turn the Warriors over on downs. They have it first down and 10 from their own 21-yard line. The Wildcats come up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to split Lucas Greif out to the left. Klosterman and Hansen back there to take the snap. It'll go to Klosterman. He stutter steps. Now he's going to take off. He's going to be dragged down for a loss. As the Warrior defense was there pretty quickly. He lost one on the carry. That'll set up second down and 11 back at the Wildcat 20-yard line. As Jaden Hansen, quarterback for the Wildcats, jogs into the huddle with the play call. Now they break the huddle. Second down and 11 from their own 20. They need the 31 to move the chains. Klosterman's going to split out right, so Greif and Klosterman to the right. Hansen by himself in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's going to throw. Pressure in his face. Gets rid of it. Rickles is there. It's going to be caught. Nice catch there by Braden Rickles. Pretty good coverage from William Moser of the Warriors. But better throw and better catch by Rickles. Moves the chains. First down and 10 for the Wildcats at the Warrior 36-yard line. And that is where the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. Rickles has really been Hanson's go-to target pretty much all year, especially the last few games. Found him again there. And that sets up the 1st down for Central City. Greif split out to the right, tight to the line of scrimmage. Now Klosterman's going to join him over there on the right side of the field. Hanson by himself in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's going to throw. Clean pocket. Gets rid of it down the field. Intended for Greif is going to be incomplete. He tried to go for a one-handed catch, but couldn't quite get there. As the 1st down pass falls to the ground, incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. The ball is spotted at the 36-yard line across midfield in Warrior territory. Pretty good blocking there from the Wildcat offensive line. Really wasn't a whole lot of pressure in Hanson's face. Had time to step up and make the throw. Couldn't quite complete it there. Greif, the intended receiver. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 36. 5.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Greif split out left. Klosterman and Hanson back there. Greif comes in motion to the right. It's going to be a fake handoff. Klosterman will keep it up the middle. A little bit of space. He's going to have a 1st down and more. One man to meet. Makes a move, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Aiden Klosterman, 36 yards for the score. As Klosterman had a one-on-one drill there past the 1st down marker with one of the Warrior defenders. Made a juke move. Made a miss. And he did the rest himself. Brought it across the goal line for a score. As the Wildcats extend their lead 46-6. 40-point advantage for Central City. That will invoke the running clock. And now they'll get set to go for 2 here. As Wade Yoder and Lucas Greif come into the huddle for Central City. Jaden Hanson's going to stay on the sideline. Presumably Aiden Klosterman will be in the shotgun by himself. That is indeed the case. Lucas Greif split to the right, tight to the line of scrimmage. Now he comes in motion to the left. Snap actually went to Wade Yoder, it looks like, and he's going to be taken down short of the end zone. So the fullback, Wade Yoder, took the direct snap. Couldn't quite bring it across the goal line, though, so the 2-point conversion is no good. And with 5:21 remaining in the 3rd quarter, our score, Central City 46, Central Elkader 6. So Klosterman scored a couple times tonight, but that one, the first really breakaway run he's had. He's had plenty of those all year. 36 yards out on that run by Aiden Klosterman. And he crossed the goal line for the score to give the Wildcats the 40-point advantage. Here with a little under 5.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter of play. The Warriors are back out onto the field now. Again, Evan Schrader stands at the 15 as the deep man. Wildcat kickoff team will now come out there. As Braden Rickles, nope, looks like Connor Clark's actually going to be the one setting the ball on the tee. They did this last week when Favre Weber came into the game as one of the 2 kickers. We'll see if that's the case here. I'll be able to tell you when they break the huddle. That is indeed the case. Favre Weber alongside Connor Clark as the 2 potential kickers. Waiting the kickoff here. As they take the approach, Weber's going to send it away. It's going to be a deep kick, rolling towards the right sideline. It's going to just stay in bounds, picked up by Schrader at the 10, return it up to the 15, makes a cut inside. Now he's going to be taken down out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. So pretty nice kick there from Weber, as he's probably the best deep kicker for the Wildcats. That one was fielded at the 10, returned for about 10 yards up to close to the 20. And that's where the Warriors will start 1st down and 10. They're going to spot the ball right at the 20-yard line, so that's where the Warriors will have it. Clock continues to run here, like I said, past the 35-point threshold, so it is running clock until and unless the Warriors bring it within 35. So 4:45 and counting to go in the 3rd quarter. As Elkader will come up to the line with Dietzler in the shotgun, a back to either side. Waiting the snap here. Now he takes it. Nearly fumbled it, but he's going to take off. Using Schrader as a blocker. He's going to be taken down. Arwen Betzer got him. Christopher Greif and Braden Rickles also in there on the stop. Gained a few there on the carry. 2nd down and long. Looks like he might have gained 3 up to the 23-yard line. So 2nd down and 7 for the Warriors. As the Warriors come back up to the line. Same formation. Dietzler in the shotgun. Schrader's to his left. Deerson's to his right. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff. Now gives it over to Schrader. He's going to be wrapped up by Christopher Greif. Past the 25, close to the 26. as that'll bring up third down and relatively short there for the Warriors. Call that 3rd down and 4. Ball at the 26-yard line. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter of play as the Warriors go for the 3rd down attempt. Same formation, Deichler with Schrader to his left and Dearson to his right. Finally takes a snap. Now he's going to take off to the right side of the field. He'll be past the 1st down marker, and he's going to be run out of bounds by Braden Rickles. Past the 30 up to the 34-yard line. That will move the chains for Central Elkader. 1st and 10 from their own 34. The Warrior defense picks up the 1st down here with just under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. As the Wildcat defense kept them from getting the 1st down in the first 2 plays, but on 3rd down they finally got it. They're going to go in the I formation now. Deichler under center. Dearson's the fullback. Schrader's the running back. Long count there from Deichler. Now he takes a snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle to the fullback, Dearson. Maybe got a yard there. Not much room for Noah Dearson to work there. As looks like he picked up a yard up to the 35-yard line before the interior line of the Wildcats knocked him back. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9 after picking up 1 there on 1st down. Warriors back up to the line. 2nd down and 9 from their own 35. Still in the I formation. No personnel change. Deichler's the fullback. Schrader's the running back. Deichler takes a snap. He's going to do a play action pass. Now he's going to get rid of it. It's going to be incomplete. Intended for Moser. Coming across the middle. Had some pressure in his face and just kind of got rid of it at the last second. Incompletion there on 2nd down will make it 3rd down and 9. The ball is still going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Warriors need to cross midfield and get up to the 36 to move the chains. Here on 3rd down and 9. Deichler in the shotgun, a back to either side, takes a snap. He's going to take off to the left. Looks like he's going to go. He's going to be past the 30, but wrapped up right away. Maybe gained a yard there. As for a second, I thought he was going to go with a play-action pass, but he actually just took off. Got a gain of 1 there on 3rd and 9. Ball up to the 36-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down and 8. They need the opposite 36 to move the chains. We'll see if they go for it here on 4th down. We've got just over a minute to go in the third quarter, as looks like Elkader is going to call a timeout. Believe that is their first timeout here in the second half. They have 2 remaining. And with 1:03 remaining in the third quarter, our score, Central City 46, Central Elkader 6. While we've got a moment here, I'll give a shout out to Next Bank. Next Bank is financially strong community bank. Invested partnerships help their customers achieve what's next for their financial dreams. Next Bank has 5 locations to serve you: Central City, Cedar Rapids, Marion, Coralville, and Waterloo. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. As always, huge thank you to our sole sponsor of Wildcat Sports, Next Bank, for all they do to help support the community and specifically these broadcasts here like I'm bringing to you tonight. Both teams back on the field now. It's Warriors ball, 4th and 8 from their own 36. I think Deichler is going to punt here. He's started lined up like he was going to go for it. Now he takes a couple steps back. Lucas Greif's back deep to return. He will send the punt away. Greif stands underneath of it, fields it at about the 18. Now he's going to bring it up to the 20. Cuts inside of the 25, makes a couple men miss. He's going to be dragged down from behind. Nope, keeps his feet and finally taken down just shy of the 30. If he would have broken out of that tackle, I don't think anybody was going to get him. But looks like one of the Warriors managed to get him before he could break it away. I believe that was Nate Shearbraun in the stop. Nonetheless, Wildcats will take over after a pretty good return from Lucas Greif, especially considering the amount of black jerseys in front of him. 1st down and 10. Wildcats have it at their own 28-yard line. Looks like Bob Bechtold has entered the game for the Wildcats. He scored a touchdown last week against Cal Wheat. See if they give him the ball here. He's going to be to Jaden Hansen's left, one of the two to potentially take the snap. It'll go to Bechtold. He's going to take off. A little bit of room, but he's going to be taken down as that hole closed quickly. Still fighting, though. Definitely a lot of fighting, Bechtold, as he got a decent gain there. Past the 30 up to maybe the 32. Waiting on the spot as they're actually going to bring us to the end of the third quarter here. As through 3 quarters of play here from Central City, our score from Elkader rather, our score Central City 46, Central Elkader 6. So 3 strong quarters of play here from the Wildcats as they lead by 40 with just 12 minutes to go in the game. Looking to clinch the win here in the final 12 minutes and come away with their second win of the season. So 12 minutes set on the clock as we're going to get the fourth quarter started here in just a few moments. Looks like Elkader's back on the field. Wildcat offense still huddled up over on the sideline. Now they take the field as well. Here for the fourth quarter of play, the Wildcats will work left to right and defend the end zone to my left. Warriors will work right to left, and currently they are defending the end zone to my right. Bechtold still in the ball game for the Wildcats. Looks like Matthew Klosterman's also entered the game. So Matthew Klosterman as well as Bechtold back there to take the snap. Low snap, it's on the ground. Bechtold falls on it, so that'll be a loss in the play, but they won't lose possession of the ball. Ball was recovered by Bechtold back at the 25. So loss of about 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 13 from their own 25. As Matthew Klosterman runs in the play call from the sideline. It looks like a lot of the starting line's still in there for the Wildcats, but the skill positions have brought the starters out, backups also in. It looks like Christopher Greif is also playing fullback for the Wildcats now. Snap's going to go to Bechtold as a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be a false start called against the Wildcats. That'll be an additional 5 yards. Will make it 3rd and even longer here. 3rd down and 18 upcoming from their own 20. Looks like they're actually going to spot it at the 21-yard line. So 3rd down and 17. They need the 38 to move the chains. As everything just kind of looked awkward there as the ball was snapped. All players were already kind of moving. So 5-yard penalty there brings up 3rd and 17 from the 21-yard line with just over 11 minutes to go in the final quarter of play. Snap goes to Bechtold. He's going to go to the left. Trying to find some room along the sideline there. He'll have a couple. He's going to be brought down for a short gain. Maybe got a yard or two there. It'll bring up 4th and long. Looks like the Wildcats are going to have to punt for the first time tonight. As he advanced the ball up to the 23-yard line. 4th and long as Evan Schrader is going to go back deep to return. Jaden Hansen will snap it for the Wildcats, and Aiden Klosterman will punt. We'll see if the Wildcats do it. They're shifting like they usually do on the punt play. They do seem to be doing that. Arwen Betzer comes in motion to the right. Klosterman handles the snap. Punts away. It's going to be a short, high one. Looks like he kind of shanked that one. As it'll bounce out of bounds shy of midfield. Warriors will take over in Wildcat territory. Looks like they'll spot it at the Central City 37. And that is where Elkader will take over 1st down and 10. So defense hustles onto the field. Looks like it's still starters out there. A couple backups came in on offense, but it looks like defense still has the starters. Warriors break the huddle. They're going in the I formation. Looks like Elliott Kelly is now playing fullback for the Warriors. Schrader still at running back, and Dietzler's under center. They're in the I formation. As Dietzler takes a snap, hands it off to Schrader, going to the right. Price is there, and he's going to hang on, wrap him up, and take him down in the backfield as Benson also helps finish it off. Schrader never left his feet, but his forward progress was stopped. And that'll be a loss on the play. Looks like he lost a couple of yards there, back to the 39. Warriors will have 2nd down and 12 from the Wildcat 39-yard line. Wildcat defense was there right away. Dayton Price did a good job of sticking with the tackle and not letting him get away. Warriors come back up to the line. Dietzler's in the shotgun. Schrader's to his left. It's going to be Kelly to his right. Ball right about midfield. Takes a snap. He's going to take off at the middle. Dietz with the ball carries. A flag on the play is going to be taken down on a pretty decent loss, close to a first down. But like I said, there is a flag. Flag is back at the 37-yard line. That is going to be holding called against the Warriors. That'll be a 10-yard penalty, and that'll set up second down and 20. Looks like Nolan Gates is going to sub into the ball game for the Wildcats. He's a freshman, getting some varsity playing time here. Mostly just play special teams, but here late in the game, they'll put him in on defense. Ball is going to be spotted at the Warrior 33-yard line. So Warriors back in their own territory. That'll set up second down and 20 from their own 33 with 8.5 minutes to go in the game. Warriors have a receiver to the left, one to the right. Dietz in the shotgun with a couple backs to either side. He takes a snap. He's going to take off up the middle. He's going to be stuffed in the backfield, maybe gain a yard there, maybe gain 2 even, but still Wildcat defense was there right away. Christopher Greif, I think, led the charge for Central City. A couple other Wildcats helped him finish it off. Looks like a gain 2 up to the 35. It'll bring up third down and 18 for the Warriors. They need to cross midfield and get all the way to the Wildcat 27 to move the chains. Like I said, third down upcoming here for Central Elkader. Sean Wilwart was split to the left for the Warriors. It's going to be Nate Sherbraun to the right. Dietzer's in the shotgun. Schrader to his left and Kelly to his right. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff. Now he's going to throw it over to Schrader. Past midfield. Still going to the 35-30. Breaks out of a tackle. Lucas Greif's there. Can he bring him down? Yes, he can with the help of a couple of his teammates, but there is a flag on the play, as that was more than enough to move the chains for the Warriors. The screenplay kind of worked out very well there for Central Elkader. We're waiting the call here from the official. As the flag came in late on the tackle. Looks like it's going to be, I think they called face mask. Correction, horse collar is going to be the call. Called against Central City. Assuming that's going to be from the spot there, and I think it's going to be half the distance. Considering how close they already are, they'll march that up to about the 6-yard line. And it'll be first down and goal for Elkader from the 6. Warriors come up to the line. First and goal from the 6. Dietzler's in the shotgun. Schrader to his left, Kelly to his right. Wildcat defense looking for a goal line stand here. Dietzler's going to keep it himself up the middle. He's going to be stopped well short of the end zone. Maybe got it across the 5 to about the 4. As quarterback Nick Deichler on the carry there. Wildcat defense had him pretty quickly. Looks like he got it across the 5 up to the 4-yard line, where it'll be second down and goal, 4 yards away from the end zone. Warriors are going to go with more of a pass look here. They'll have one receiver left, 2 to the right. Dietzler's in the shotgun with Kelly to his left. Now Schrader's going to come in motion. He takes the handoff up the middle. He's going to be wrapped up in the backfield and taken down for a loss. Dayton Price was there. Looks like Matthew Klosterman, the freshman, also was in there as well. He came out with the football, but I think it came out after the play was over. As Evan Schrader a little slow to get up. He's going to come out of the game. As it looks like they put in Logan Sharp, a freshman for the Warriors. He came into the ball game after Schrader came out. Looks like they lost a couple yards there. Third down and goal from the 6. One receiver left, one to the right. Dietzler under center. A couple of backs behind him, including Sharp, just inserted into the game. Handoff up the middle. No, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be taken down for a loss. They gave it to Elliott Kelly on the carry, it looks like. He gained a couple. Crossed the 5 back to the 4. It'll be 4th and goal. This looks like Sean Wilwart came back into the game as Sharp came out. Schrader, I believe, is still on the sidelines for the Warriors. 4th and goal from the 4. One receiver left, one to the right, and it looks like we got a timeout on the field. Elkader are the ones that called it. That is Elkader's second timeout of the half. They have 1 remaining. And with 5:26 remaining in the fourth quarter, our score, Central City 46, Central Elkader 6.
Will compete in the state qualifying meet this coming Thursday, October 21st at Cascade. The race kicks off at 5 o'clock. Good luck to Coach Varsity and the Warrior Runners as they look to punch their...
So just a few minutes remaining in this ball game as the Wildcats looking to get another goal line stand here on 4th and goal from the 4. They've done it already tonight. Wildcats lead it by 40 here late in the game, 46-6, looking to just finish this one off. Both teams back out there now for the 4th and goal play from 4 yards out. Warriors are going to have Dietzler in the shotgun. It's going to be Wilwert to his left and Kelly to his right. 4th and goal from the 4. Dietzler's going to keep it himself. Up the middle. He's close. He's got a seam. Did he cross? He did. Touchdown, Warriors, as they find the end zone for the second time tonight. And they draw a little bit closer here. It's going to make our score 46-12. And that will take off the running clock. 34-point lead for the Wildcats. 2-point conversion upcoming. Warriors are going to split one receiver left. Looks like 2 to the right. Dietzler is still in the shotgun. I believe that's Kelly to his right. Waiting the snap here. As he's going to take it, and he's going to roll to his right looking to throw. Dietzler gets rid of it. It's going to be incomplete. Great defense there from Jaden Hansen, making sure the receiver could not get up to the ball. Pass was also thrown a little bit out of bounds. So 2-point conversion is no good. With 5:18 remaining in the ball game, our score, Central City 46, Central Elkader 12. So the Warriors draw a little bit closer here late in the game. Wildcats still with a comfortable lead, 46-12. Wildcat kick return team back out onto the field. Again, Aiden Klosterman is the deep man. He's going to set up inside the 10. The Warrior kickoff team hustling onto the field now. The Wildcats set up 4 players at midfield, 3 at the 30. And like I said, Klosterman's the deep man. He's now made his way back to about the 5. Nate Shearbraun will be the kicker for the Warriors. He'll set the ball on the tee at the 30. Ball's actually on the right hash, which is a little bit unique. Usually you go from the middle hash, but they will go from the right hash. Warrior kickoff team breaks the huddle as Shearbraun is going to take a few steps back and get set to send the ball away. They did recover one onside kick tonight, so Wildcat front line has to be weary of that. They kicked it deep last time. As Shearbraun takes his approach, it's going to be a deep kick. Line drive kick fielded by Klosterman at the 5. Now up to the 10, still going to the 15. It's going to be taken down, past the 20, still driving forward a couple extra yards there, close to the 25. Not a bad return there by Klosterman. And the Wildcats will get it 1st and 10. Looks like there's a flag late. Flag came in just now, well after the play was over, so it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. As another flag came in as another flag, so 3 flags, and it's going to go against Elkader. I'm assuming they're all separate because they all came in at different times. This one's been getting chippy for a while now. Like I said, there were 3 penalties, all for unsportsmanlike, I believe. Unsportsmanlike against Elkader, another unsportsmanlike against the Wildcats, and somebody just got kicked out of the game. I think it might have been Mackay. There has been an ejection. Somebody's out of here. $5:10 remaining in the fourth quarter here. The player just got ejected. There were offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, one against each team, but only a Wildcat got ejected. Of course, not down there on the field, don't know what was said, so can't comment on what the penalties were exactly. All 5 referees are now huddled up in discussion. Having a long discussion here. Of course, anytime you eject a player, that's a pretty serious thing. It also makes them ineligible for next week. So if it was a Wildcat player that got ejected, that individual will not be able to play a week from now either, or 6 days from now, rather, when the Wildcats take on HLV. Still discussion here. They're trying to get this sorted out. Unfortunately, the game's gotten to this point. Wildcats lead at 46-12 here with 5:10 remaining in the ball game. Referees finally end their discussion. They're going to march off the penalty yardage. It was 15-yard penalties against both sides, so we'll see how they handle that. They march off the yardage Wildcats way, and they're going to set the ball at the 38. And now they're going to mark it back. So they marked them separately. They marched off 15 yards for the Warrior penalty, but they also marched off another 15 yards for the Wildcat penalty. That seemed a little bit unnecessary there, as it ultimately just gets placed right where they had it in the first place. So after the ball takes a trip 15 yards down the field, it'll come back, and they'll set it at the 23. So the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. And now we got another stoppage of play. Why not? As we got the wrong football in there, so we'll switch that out. Switching of the football was missed in the lengthy discussion. Finally ready for some football now as Hansen's under center, Yoder behind him and Betzer behind him. They're in the I formation. Handoff's going to go to Yoder up the middle. Pretty decent push there as he's going to be taken down for a gain of about 5, close to the 30. Pretty solid run there by Yoder. Might have actually gotten a little bit more than that. Hey, you can check YouTube. It's on YouTube. So 2nd down for the Wildcats. They're at the 29-yard line. We'll call it 2nd down and 4. Sticking in the I formation. Looks like Aiden Klosterman's in there at running back, though. Arwen Betzer exited the game. Yoder takes up the middle again. He's going to push forward close to a 1st down. Might have actually gotten enough. Looks like that might have moved the chains close to the 35. And that will be a 1st down for Central City. Nice couple runs there by Yoder. Move the chains. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. As Jaden Hansen's going to run in the play call to the huddle. They come up to the line. 1st and 10 from their own 34. I formation. Klosterman's the running back. It's going to be a handoff to Yoder up the middle again, but nothing there as the snap was bobbled a little bit and the handoff just wasn't very clean. So nothing there for Yoder as he's maybe gained half a yard there. 2nd down and 9. 4 minutes to go. As update from Lansing, Key trails only by 2, 30-28 there in the 3rd quarter. Of course, that one is for the district championship, but a battle of the unbeatens. Wildcats now 2nd and 9 from their own 35. I formation. Handoff's going to go to Klosterman. He's met in the backfield. He's going to be brought down by a couple of different Warriors for a loss of 1. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 10. As we've got a little under 3.5 minutes to go. Ball is spotted at the Wildcat 34-yard line. That'll be 3rd down and 10. As they need to get across midfield over to the 36 of the Warriors to move the chains. Hansen running in the play call as the Wildcats come up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10 from their own 34. In the I formation, Hansen's under center. Yoder and Klosterman behind him. Takes a snap, hands it off to Klosterman. Nope, it's going to be play action fake, rolling to his left. Gets rid of it, ball in the air. It's going to be caught by Colton Nowatzki. Nowatzki with a diving catch. Nowatzki usually plays guard, but he went on a pass pattern there and made a great catch. And they're also going to have a flag for roughing the passer against the Warriors. That's a 15-yard penalty. Although we'll see if they just take the yardage there or they march off the penalty yardage. The penalty is against the Warriors, roughing the passer. It looks like they're actually going to march off the yardage from the end of the play, where Nowatzki made that nice diving catch. And they're going to spot the ball all the way up at the Warrior 23-yard line. So what a flip there. Wildcats go from their own 34 to the Warrior 23, as they'll have a fresh set of downs here with 2:43 remaining in the ball game. Wildcats come up to the line. I formation again. Hansen's under center. Yoder's the fullback. Aiden Klosterman's the running back. Bobbles the snap. Hands it off to Yoder. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to be taken down at about the 20. Picked up about 3 there. Did Wade Yoder. Gain of 3 up to the Warrior 20-yard line. Will set up second down and 7. As the clock continues to roll down, we've got just over 2 minutes to play here from Elkader. Wildcats lead at 46-12 late in the ball game. Just a couple minutes away from coming away with their second win of the year. Also second in the row. I formation, Hansen under center, Yoder and Closer in the backs. Hansen discussing something with Yoder now. Now he goes under center. Takes a snap, hands it off to Yoder up the middle. He's going to march his legs forward for a gain of about 4 there. Got it up to the 16-yard line. That'll set up third down and short. Spot the ball at the 16. And that'll be third down and 3. Ball at the 16-yard line. Wildcats come up to the line for the third down play. Now a little extra discussion going on, as they might be just looking to kneel it out. Maybe just waiting for the clock to roll down a little bit. Now they break the huddle. They're in the I formation again. Same personnel in there as well. It's going to be a handoff to Yoder up the middle. He looks like he might be about a half yard short, but extra effort might get him close. There's a flag at the end of the play, as Wade Yoder's run will get him close to a first down. It'll depend on the spot. There's a flag, though, and it's going to be a block in the back against the Wildcats. That spot won't matter. 10 yards from the spot. They're going to spot the ball. Looks like at the 23-yard line. And that'll set up third down and 10 back at the original line of scrimmage. Third and 10 with 55 seconds remaining in the game. As they will roll the clock. 50 seconds and counting the play. Wildcats come up to the line. Third down and 10 from the Warrior 23. As they're in no hurry to snap the ball. Clock's under 40 seconds now, so they only have to snap it one more time. They could kneel it if they chose to do so. Hansen goes under center. They're in the I formation. Takes a snap. Quarterback sneak from Hansen will get him about a yard. Up to the 22. That'll bring up fourth down, but like I said, Wildcats don't have to snap it again. 15 seconds on the clock. Looks like they're just going to come off the field and let the rest of the time roll down. As both teams line up at midfield for the post-game handshake. And that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Final second rolls off the clock. Our final score, Central City 46, Central Elkader 12. As the Wildcats get their second win of the year, they move to 2-5 on the season, or 2-6 rather. As the Warriors lose this one, they fall to 2-6 as well. And like I said, our final score once again, Central City 46, Central Elkader 12. As the Wildcats come away with their second consecutive win, taking down the Warriors by 34 points. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in to tonight's ball game. Wildcats pick up a huge win over the Warriors. One more time, our final score, Central City 46, Central Elkader 12. Don't forget, some more Wildcat sports coming your way next week. On Monday, Cindy McCarthy will be on the call as the Wildcat volleyball team hosts Midland in postseason play. That'll be a first-round matchup in the regional bracket. Also, this coming Thursday, don't forget, there is going to be Thursday night football in Central City this week as the Wildcats host HLV in their final game of the year. That'll be this coming Thursday, a 6 o'clock kickoff. Don't forget to adjust your calendars accordingly as the Wildcats host their final game of the year. If you can't make it out, don't forget to tune in here on YouTube, Wildcat Sports. As always, I'll be on the call going live at 5:45. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Again, Wildcats picking up their second win of the year over Central Elkader. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again. Good night, and go Cats.